Hi everyone. So it looks like there's still some confusion about how to create a pie chart or any type of chart on a Word document, and also how to create a table. And so I want to kind of go through some of that with you right here. I'm using the version of Microsoft Word that's offered through our work computers, and so yours might look a little bit different from this, but it's still going to follow the same general format. If you have a kind of a more or less up-to-date version of Word, then it should look like this for you when you open it up. So first one I want to show you how to do is how to do a pie chart. And I said pie chart in your graphs, but if for some reason you want to use a different type, that's fine with me, just so long as it fits the type of data that you're going to use. But I'm going to use a pie chart in this example right here. So when you open up a Word document like this, you want to go up to Insert, this tab right here. Okay, so it's right next to the Home tab. You're going to come over here. You're going to see these things right here, Smart Art, Chart, and Screenshot. This is under the Illustrations section in the Insert tab. I want you to click on Chart. So when you click on Chart, you see here you have kind of various options that you can use, right? So you can do columns, you can do the pie chart, you can do the bar chart, right? So let's do the pie chart, for example, okay? And so you can do this either one of two ways. You could do just the raw number of characters, you know, per show, like across all of your shows combined, or you can do the percentage, like what percentage of characters were white, what percentage of characters were black. It's up to you. You need to make sure, I'm hovering over it to enlarge it, that chart title up there in some way reflects whether you did just the numbers or the percentage. Okay. If you wanted to do a bar chart or a column chart, you could set it up so that you do both, so that you have the numbers in one column and like the percentage in another. But we'll just do pie chart for now. Okay, and I'll think of it in terms of percentage. So you click on pie, you look at the type of pie chart that you want, right? So there's something like this, 3D pie chart, broken up. I would suggest this one is probably the easiest to read. This one or this one. This one is usually kind of easier for people to read though. So you click OK. And so what comes up is this comes up, and then a Excel spreadsheet for you to enter in your data, right? So right here you want to enter in a new title, obviously, not sales, okay? So we'll say, let's see, I have to type with one hand here, character, let's see, representation on, I'll say NBC, just for an example, right? And then I'm imagining that I'm totally making these numbers up, by the way. This is just to show you how to enter data into a pie chart. And then I'll put the percentage sign to show that I'm saying the percentage of the characters of each demographic, right? So there, and you can see that once you enter into the next, the title has changed. Right? And so these numbers down here, right? First quarter, second quarter, third quarter. So this is where you're going to enter in your racial demographics, right? So you're going to change first quarter to, like, let's say white, let's see, black, African American, Asian there, Latinx, I think I said Asian, Pacific Islander, okay. And then if you're run out of space, you see this arrow here, you hover until this cross looks like two arrows here, and you just drag it down to however many more columns you need. In this case, we just need one more. So American Indian, we'll just stop there for now. And so then let's say the numbers were something like, I don't know, 55, 30, 20, 12, and 8, right? Again, completely making those numbers up. NBCA, you probably will have something very different from this. Okay, so now you've just made your pie chart. Okay, so you can close that out. And you can also do this thing here. You right-click the chart, and you do this Add Data Labels. So you add data labels, click Add Data Labels, and so now what you've done is this shows the numbers, right? So 55%, 30%, so that your reader knows like what the actual numbers were. Okay. So there, now you've created your pie chart. Okay. And so the next thing that I want to show you is the table. This one seems to have confused some of you too. So the table, again, is quantitative information. So you're entering in the quantitative data, all right? So the numbers again. But whereas this one is just all of your shows combined, this table is going to show each of your shows individually, okay? And so you're going to have kind of several different pieces of information, right? So the rows are going to be organized by each individual show, right? And I'm going to do 4 shows, and there's 5 rows there for a reason, right? So you go, I'm sorry, I didn't explain that. You stay in this Insert tab again, and you click on Table, okay? And you're going to have however many rows, depending on however many shows your group collectively watched. Let's say 4 for sake of time here. And then you're going to have 3 columns. So you're going to have this first column, which is the show. You're going to have this second column, which is the character representation, or in other words, the racial demographics of each of your show. And then the role prominence, which was you're collecting data on how many characters, of the characters of color specifically, how many of them were major characters, how many of them were minor characters. So once you've kind of hovered over and highlighted those, you just click the left button on your mouse, and then it appears. So then you can just label each column, right? So like, so the name of show, for example, or you can title it however you want, just so long as it's clear what it's talking about. And then character representation, these second 2 should be as they are in your instructions. So character representation, right? And role prominence. Okay. So then some of the shows that were on NBC were, let's see, going just right off of memory here, The Blacklist, completely misspelled that, Blacklist, This Is Us, right, and so you just enter in the television shows there, and then in character representation, just the number, right? So like the number of white characters, the number of black characters, the number of Asian characters, just for each show, and then for the the number of major characters, the number of minor characters of the characters of color in each show. Okay, so I just did 2 here for an example, but you'll do this for every single show. So you might have one person compile it all, you might each do a common document, and you all just kind of enter in your information. But your first table should look something like this, so like a pie chart or a bar graph if you want. But everyone's second one should look like this. It should be just a straight table with the name of the show, the character representation, and the role prominence, and just the numbers. I don't need like kind of your notes yet. That's going to go into your discussion questions. Okay. So I hope this helped clarify how you do everything, kind of the basics of making charts and tables on Word. If you encounter any issues, let me know, and I can try to help answer your questions. All right, thank you.